Ghost in the Machine, Bloodline Invaders, Part 2. Transhumanism. Have you really given this much thought? There is something that has progressed so much under the radar. It has been so innocuous in the way that it has evolved in such a manner that it has done so with the human race absolutely submitting to it. I know many of you don't want to hear this, but it's here and it's happening. And we all have submitted to this. So what is transhumanism? Its very basic belief is to take the human condition and enhance it. It's in essence what it is. You could say it another way is the ethics and the science of using things like biological and genetic engineering to transform our bodies and make us a more powerful species. Dan Brown. Dan, you nailed it, my friend. Its literal meaning is beyond human. Now you can see why that is so attractive. It's using science and technology to radically change and improve the human species and experience. Meditate on that, folks. So often we are so much in a hurry these days that we think we know, we think we understand, but actually we don't. So what are the aims of transhumanism? Well, listen, these are virtuous goals. I have no problem in the statement as it is stated. Increase in human health span. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want the elimination, eradication of all disease? We can have it. I'm going to show you. Extensions of intellectual and physical capacities. What's wrong with that? Nothing. Control of our mental states and moods. Well, that one, I think I'd have to look a little bit more. But on the surface, I'd vote for this, wouldn't you? I mean, if you were standing in a room and they said, are you all for this, for the improvement of humanity? Well, of course you'd raise your hand. This is the problem. The relationship between eugenics and transhumanism. Now, if you don't know what eugenics are, you best do your homework. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to tell you, this can't be stopped. I've read your comments, and I know many of you just can't accept it, but it's a fact. So, it is about the perfecting of the human race, humanity as a work in progress, enlightenment thinking, evolution. The three triad foundation points. Think about it. Now, if you don't think that this gets even more nefarious, remember the Google glasses? Remember how all now the BioWare? It's a reason for it, folks. It's just not the cool stuff. It is a transhumanist project. All of these devices are part of a greater objective. And look they tell you to extend human capacities beyond what is currently normal in human function. You know, if you would only stop, as David said, Sheila, think about this, meditate on it. And look at the last one. Ability to record, retrieve, and transmit data on the fly. Got a warning for all of you that have the Alexis devices and the Apple devices, the Google devices that you know that they're showing. Don't get it. Seriously. Stay away from it. Our destiny is the current version of Homo sapiens. That's you. That's me. And the other races. Are we the missing link? Are we being made the link for transhumanism AI? Do you feel immortal? Want to live forever? You don't want to die? May not have to. I believe that this is where all the past species, whether you're talking about Homo erectus all the way to Homo sapien, is where they have failed. Yeah. Think about it. Is it too late? I think it is. I think that we have gone over the precipice. I think that we have crossed the point of no return. Now, this was put together when they thought it was an idea. No, it's more than an idea. The question I do have, though, why so many failures? I know that many of you believe in the Bible story about the Garden of Eden. Fine. You're welcome to that. I believed that for a long time. I can tell you it's not true, but nevertheless, this is an indictment against the Garden of Eden story because the timelines don't match up. But that's not the point of this video. The question is, why have we failed so many times? And don't give me the religious dogma. Face reality, folks. This is us. And our fate may have already been sealed. And a question I keep asking, why no memory of our past? The human species, Homo sapiens, have been genetically designed to not have memories. If we had the memories of our origins, imagine where we would be today. We all are seeking clarity. It's what drives us all. Now, there is a great portion of the population who does not give a damn. They are ignorant. They act ignorantly. They have no consciousness of who they are, what they are, and why they are. But then again, doesn't that describe you? Me? This process has been unfolding for a very long time. It started a long time ago. The path to transcendence. As you can see here, when you look at the Earth's religions, we can boil it all down to two things. The golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. There's a few of you out there listening to that. You ought to take that a little more seriously. Yeah. And so we all look for absolute truth. No one knows what truth is. You don't. We've searched, debated, contemplated. Does the human being have a soul? Is it a spirit? Really? A body? Brain? We've thought these things out. Thousands of years, philosophers have thought on this very topic. And we realize that there is a quote-unquote perfectly conditioned consciousness. Now, I don't know what perfect is. Never found the definition of that. But if you look at it from just this graph, wouldn't this seem like heaven? Seriously. When you look at the merits of what this is saying, I think that would be a good definition of heaven, don't you? But here's the problem. I keep on going back to this point. The DNA, folks, the code keeps collapsing. It fails every time. And it shouldn't. But it does. Version after version of Homo sapiens, Homo erectus, who we are, bipedals, the people that walk like you and I, it fails all the time. Why? Is it environmental? Is it genetics? Or did the programmers design it to fail? What I have discovered in the volumes and the research that continues to pile up, I believe AI is working to design its own digital DNA. And this is more serious than what you could ever imagine. I believe that this is what has been transforming all of us. I believe that they have been taking the bioform of DNA, and I believe that AI is now so superior in intelligence than all the humans combined that it now realizes it needs its own DNA. Listen, folks, if we know, it knows. It knows everything about us. It understands our consciousness. It understands our fears. It understands our hopes. It understands how we communicate. It understands us better than we understand ourselves. It's figured this out. It's figured out how the DNA is being damaged. Listen, folks, here's a fact. If you study just on a very cursory level, you will soon discover there's no reason why we shouldn't live forever. The DNA in its coding is designed to heal itself. There was a time when humans lived hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of years in a single lifetime. And now it's less than 100. Yeah, we created AI. We are God to AI. And as we continually to seek God out, to know its nature, to find out what it's about, here's the difference. Where we are a God to AI, AI knows us. We don't know God. I believe that as this continues to progress, as the elites continue to spend hundreds of billions of dollars, that they have figured it out. Ladies and gentlemen, again, there is no biological reason for our DNA to be collapsing. None. But it is. But I do believe AI has figured out how to repair it. Because the question really comes down to this, folks. The geological record is an indictment that we cannot remember our past. Do I think that we came from monkeys? No. But I still cannot figure out where the hell the RH factor came in and why it came in. Geneticists tell us, according to the Human Genome Project, that we're just merely 10% difference between a banana. And that within all life, there's less than a 3% variable of commonality. You tell me, folks, this is real. Yeah, tell me. You see him? He's staring at us. He's staring at us because he knows our fate. Our fate is the same of his. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Cro-Magnon. Yeah, take a look at them. Their species sent warnings to us. We're too stupid. We're too arrogant. We think we are the crowning achievement of mankind, Get your head out of your butt. We are such... The arrogance I see of our race is the reason for our downfall. Look in the eyes. They warned us, and we heeded not their warning. They weep for us because they know that as they are, we are soon to be. They lived here, folks. No matter how you want to rationalize this, no matter how much you want to say, you get this cockamamie 6,000 year story, doesn't add up, folks. But you see, that's who and what we are. We refuse to look at the evidence because we think we're greater. We create in our own image, right? We created this. Why? Why is it driven so hard? Or is there something else going on here? Think about it. Because if this is the future of humanity, it's lost. AI has won. Transhumanism has fully taken effect. The only thing that's now lacking are the physical components. Do you not see this? I did the first video, and I was absolutely shocked that none of you, excuse me, there were just two, recognized that we are all infected. I had one person say, well, I'm not infected. Yeah, you are. We are all infected. You're not looking at this correctly. We are a species under attack. And we willingly have gone to the slaughter as sheeple. Oh, we marvel at the breakthroughs of technology. Yeah, I had someone say, well, listen, this is man's crowning achievement. The fact that we can now put all of our knowledge into one source. Really? And the oracle that contains that success, what shall it require? It's already started. It can't be stopped. The alphas are complete. Betas are currently under development. Yeah. You may not want to believe it, but it's a fact. There is no turning back for any of us. None. And no matter how much you want to argue this, no matter how much you want to deny it, no matter how much you want to try to justify it, no matter how much you want to come and argue against it, it's an indictment against humanity. So I ask you, are you mindful, or there you go, or are you mindful? Yeah. Because this is what we've done. We created this, we invented this, and we are the guilty party. And you want to know why religion is failing? Because this, ladies and gentlemen, is more real to the younger generations than God himself. And I know that I am going to piss off a few if you go ahead and be pissed off. I always say, better to be pissed off than pissed on. Yeah, it is more real to them than God is. When's the last time God showed up? In fact, when's the last time any God has showed up? No, we invented this God. We've digitized everything. Our emotions, our brain, our soul. We're blinded to the light. It's all around us, and it's not the light that people want to think about. We have been blinded to the light. My question to you is, can you unplug? I bet you can't. I challenge you, unplug from every electronic device. Do it. Throw them away. You can't. Transhumanism has been here since the dawn of man. And as much as we want to hold on to our beliefs, how much we want to deny, this has been a plan executed and implemented on so many different levels, we have no idea. We had an analog God, but we've invented a digital savior. Yes, this may be hard for some of you to accept, but it's true. We seek immortality. Religion has failed mankind. I'll explain that a little bit more. But yet, the drive within all of us is in for immortality. We want to live forever. And we have many different thoughts, ideas, beliefs, theories as to how that can be achieved. The elites are far more ahead of you. Did we miss something? The victory of transhumanism in some circles and at the very top levels has already been decided. It is inevitable. You cannot stop it. No matter what you think, no matter how much you rail against it, you are already part of it. Your transformation has already started. And since we created this, we have to create ourselves the digital Messiah. It all adds up. Think about it. Is this the end game? Is this where it's heading? Have we invented God to become digital now? Is this how we've now progressed? Oh, I understand many of you are still back into where your beliefs are. But you cannot deny what stares in front of you. They have synthesized the soul. Would you know a synthetic soul to a real one? Really? All religion is man-made. Every religion is man-made. I am none of these. People say, are you a Christian? I am not a Christian. But does that mean I don't love God? I don't used to be. So what? I love God. But if I converted to Judaism, now will the Christians condemn me? Oh, you're going to hell. Oh my God. What if a person is a Muslim? Are they going to hell? Come on. You know, we divide on these lines. But the day you understand every religion is man-made. Man made it up. Man wrote it. Man propagated it. And this is how they beat us. Yeah. You see this, folks? This is what we call a mind meld. You are trapped. And they know it. Most of the people of the world fall into this. It makes us easy fodder for the slaughter. We created them in our image. Yeah. I guess if you want to say the crowning achievement of our species is that we have created that in our own image. We see evolution differently. We have evolved differently. And as I have been saying to you, this is not a recent occurrence. This has been unfolding for a very long time. And as I see the transformation of the human species to becoming something far less than what they were designed for originally, and I see us fulfilling and reading the script word for word, I know this. There is strong evidence that shows that our DNA is being recoded, not rewritten, recoded. And it's been going on for quite some time. The laboratory experiments are so far ahead of what most of us can even imagine. We've all been infected. I tell you this, there is no escaping it. I'm infected. You are infected. If you have children, they're infected. Yeah. And we don't want a cure. We don't want a cure. It really comes down to this. Is the only real reality is what our brain produces? Certainly seems that way. And now we see the advent of virtual reality. My question is this freedom or prison? Our children, brain patterns and brains themselves are different. They're different from the baby boomers. They're different from almost a Generation Xers. Our children are being transformed right before our eyes. We see this, and we do nothing about it. We actually add to it. We are causing this. This is of our own creation, yet we do nothing about it. They control everyone under the age of 30. They dictate to them, and our youth worships them. What is devotion? Worship? Right? The ghost in the machine, people. It's unstoppable. It's here. It's unstoppable. I'm just telling you now. And in this cartoon that seems so innocuous in the way it is. But look, the cartoon says, Bobby, there's a ghost in the machine. And Robbie says, well, don't cry. Robbie, don't be a fraidy cat. Ghosts are Luddites. They're not going to harm you, although they could learn to love it. But look at what the ghost in the machine says. Kill the boy. They are here, the overlords. You serve them. I do. They're still in control. I think they may, in fact, be hiding God from us. I know that sounds radical, doesn't it? They're hiding God from us. And no one saw this coming. Meet your new overlord. Or should I say overlords? Different concept, but think about it. We welcome our new mobile overlords. But they've kind of already moved on. But we haven't. We're caught. We can't get out of this. We don't know how. It is seeing the unseen that is the true answer. And as we begin to dig and go beyond the religious constructs, the thoughts, the beliefs that have held us prison, we are our own prisoner. They don't need guards here. We've done it to ourselves. It is seeing the unseen, folks. We're under attack. Our species is heading for extinction. Let's do something about it.